Hey, everybody, welcome to July's Athens Cultural Affairs Commission meeting. It's 6 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get this started. Thought we could go around and introduce ourselves because I can't remember everybody's name because we're all we've got some new faces in here. And I'm Sally.
Hi, Sally. I'm Tatiana. I'm Stephanie.
Marissa.
Jessica.
Nazrin.
Elsa.
And Mark.
Elsa, what a great name, Nazarene. I like to write down names, but I haven't quite committed to memory yet. So we've got some minutes we need to approve. Did folks get a chance to look at May and June minutes? Offering any sort of, anybody offering any sort of changes or updates or errors that might need to be corrected?
Yes.
I don't believe we had a June meeting.
We did not.
So we just have May minutes to approve. Do I have a motion to approve May minutes?
I move.
Mark moves to do so. Anybody second?
Second.
All right, Jessica seconds. And if everybody's okay with the meeting, the minutes who were here for that meeting, you can say aye. Okay, or anybody not okay with it, say aye. All right, so the minutes have passed. We've got May minutes approved. Chair report, new members to be approved at the August Mayor and Commission meeting. That's awesome.
Yes.
So that'll happen for those folks. If you have the privilege of watching those meetings, then you might hear your name mentioned.
Yeah, they don't meet in July. That's why, we had to wait a little bit. And yes, they approve them at their regular meeting. It's usually on the consent agenda, so they actually probably won't say anyone's name live. It'll just get approved with like a bunch of other names.
I mean, Matt.
Yeah. But it's still fun to watch.
Thank you. Ready to go. Hi, welcome.
Sorry.
That's all right. We're glad you're here. So yeah, you all will be most likely approved on the consent agenda by the Mayor and Commission at the meeting in August. So look forward to having y'all officially with us then. And that leads me to our next bullet point, which is a gentle reminder to please do your BAC training. Have they got their emails and things like
So
that?
that's not for the new members. You haven't got your official emails yet. So you haven't done your official BAC training, just your regular like orientation materials that I gave y'all digitally. But our other members, if y'all haven't done that, let me know.
Do you know who's done it and who hasn't done it?
I do. I'm not gonna,
So she knows.
I know.
Have I done it?
I think you have, actually.
I don't remember. Is this the conflict of interest stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those videos.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Open meetings.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, these are videos from our attorney's office that go over just kind of general BAC stuff. Goes over conflicts of interest, open meetings, open records, all that kind of stuff.
What does BAC stand for?
Boards, authorities, and commissions. So it's like, yeah, we're a commission. There's all kinds of boards and authorities. I think there's something like 80 plus different boards, authorities, and commissions that advise the mayor and commission from everything for planning, taxes, treaties, all kinds of stuff. TADs, you name it.
Yep. It's a public and awesome. Thank you. Welcome. Glad to see you. To update you all who are just a few minutes late, we have voted and approved our May meeting minutes. And our new members are going to be voted and approved at the August Mayor and Commission meeting. And if you have not done, for current members, if you've not done your training that talks about conflict of interest and things like that, you need to do it. If you don't know who you are, Tatiana knows who you are better than that. Awesome. I'm gonna hand it over to you all to give us the updates for the staff and project report.
Sure.
Okay.
So some updates, very exciting, and you might have seen it in the paper. We got a lot of press about it. Amanda Burke has finished her mural, on the loop at Lexington. It was a long time coming. Some of y'all don't realize just how long. But we started doing site selection for that project, for over 4 years ago. So
That's also long in terms of like,
And
it is big.
it's over 100 feet long, in length, so very long in many ways. So we're really excited. We're looking at, maybe doing artist talk / ribbon cutting type thing, in late August, so stay tuned. We're finalizing those dates. Also, the new Athens Music Walk of Fame inductees were announced at AthFest. We didn't meet in June. Normally, I would have told Jill in June that that was coming up. And so those are announced on the stage at AthFest, and actually they're already installed downtown. They went in really early this year. Sometimes, they don't go in until like later in the summer, but they're already in the ground, so.
Who were they?
So this year it was, Flagpole Magazine,
Oh,
I saw time.
Michael Guthrie Band, Randall Bramlett, Walter Allen Senior, who was a local, music educator, in our public schools and at the university as well. And who am I missing? Oh, 5/8. Yeah. So those were our 5 this year. There's 5 every year. The Costa Building mural call closed the end of June 27th. And we've already done, part 1 of the selection last Thursday. So thank you to Jessica and Matt who participated in that selection meeting.
Who was it?
honestly, there is so many good, like, that was 42
42,
artists.
applicants, yeah.
Y'all had to look through 42?
She's got it down. It was
Yeah.
pretty seamless. And nobody had any issues or.
Yeah, it was a drama-free.
Yeah. Which I feel like I need to mention. That was great. It was a delightful turn of events where there was no drama.
Drama-free. They selected 3 finalists that have approximately a month to do, an original proposal for that project, and then those proposals will get reviewed on August 14th. With the same folks come back, for that meeting and look over at those proposals, and they pick the final one. So that's gonna be really exciting. Really, a lot of really talented folks. And speaking of murals, we're getting ready to do another mural call, either by the end of this week or early next week for our community centers. This is for Lay Park next door and, Herd Park on the east side. These are gonna be a little bit different than our usual murals that are, someone on a ladder or lift actually painting the building. These are gonna be, made and installed, through commercial means, through a sign maker. So the artist is just gonna submit a design, a digital file, an illustration, what have you, and then we are going to actually have it made into a big, sign and attached to the sides of the building. So a little bit different type of project, a little more accessible for folks that maybe don't want to do a physical install or like just.
That's a lot of accessible.
Yeah. So, this way you're not on a ladder, you're not on a lift, but you get to have your artwork, reproduced large scale on the side of the building. So, those will be not quite identical calls. The Lay Park one is gonna be a vertical, it's gonna be 5 by 20. And then the Herd Park one is gonna be 5 by 30, horizontal, a little bit longer because, the road is a lot farther away from the building, so you kind of need to have a bigger thing in order for it to be really visible from far away. With Lake Park, the vantage point is much closer when you're driving by, so. So stay tuned for those, and if you know anyone who really wants an opportunity to maybe scale up their work from just their studio practice, this will be a great project for them. So I'll make sure you all get the links to that when that goes out.
Can I just add that, these calls and this works coincide with the 50th
Yes.
anniversary of the Lake Park and Herd Park Community Centers. 50 years of their community centers, really long time. So one of the things, that Tatiana scheduled this is so that we'll be able to also advertise. They're having events at both sites. So lots of people who have enjoyed that, those community centers have been a lot, new to them over time, will be, we'll have flyers and things like that so that they can, people who like real vested interest in that building particularly, or the history of those neighborhoods, will have a chance to, apply. That's really exciting. First time we're doing, I think, of this scale, this really accessible type of project. So it's exciting. 50 years is a long time.
1975, both these buildings were built, and they're the same layout. Like they're pretty much identical buildings. They've changed slightly over the years, but their pools and their grounds and everything are pretty similar, but they have their own unique identities. So with last year, they were just repainted. Lake Park is now that beautiful blue, and Herd Park is really this gorgeous green color, and they used to be just kind of scary looking cement castles. So now, between the paint job and the murals, they're gonna be a lot more.
And this is another statement. Yeah, facelift of those two buildings. So
Yeah.
How come, it was decided to have the mural then put in the way, not directly on the building, but on something that's gonna be put on the building? Like, was that
some of that's just the
intentional?
Yeah, we look at the buildings, they have, it's be really difficult to attach and paint on that as a surface. So attaching is like, I think, something that we felt was better for the building and easier to put something at large scale. Also because familiar with Herd Park, it's up on a big hill, and like, I'm not sure how you would maneuver,
Yeah.
to fit it on.
Accessing would be kind of tricky for sure.
Who, so let's say somebody, of course, created something and then it gets put onto something that then gets put onto the building. Who like, I know the artist gets paid for the piece that they create. Who pays for the piece that they create to be put on the thing that gets put on the building? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all part of the budget. So we have an artist fee, and then there's the cost of producing the works and installing them on the building.
Okay, all that's wrapped up in the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, but the artists won't have to deal with any of that.
Okay,
They just have
got
to show up with their beautiful
This is
thing,
their art, like their-
at their art. That's.
It doesn't
that's
get
what it
more
is.
accessible than that.
Right.
I know,
Right.
I know, so it could be like a graphic artist.
Exactly.
Everybody needs to
Be
go
like a
talk.
hand illustration for that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fine.
As long as, it's able to be reproduced, we're working with a sign company, and they're gonna basically put it on like a big, like some kind of like, it's like a vinyl coating that goes onto like a sheet metal thing, and that gets mounted to the building, like a big sign,
Yeah.
kind of, except instead of a sign, it's
Something different. This is like a new sort of way of working, or this is we thought this would be a good project example, especially for these two buildings that have been like, first we did the interiors and updated them, now we did the exteriors, and this is like a continuation of that.
I appreciate how innovative y'all are and the different mediums you use to display art in Athens. That's cool. Yeah.
Try to. Yeah, Tatiana put a lot of work into this process. So we're excited that it's finally come up on the schedule.
Right. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. We also have a big poetry for the people in the park, event at Dudley Park, Saturday, August 23rd, 5 to 7. So it's sort of an early evening thing. We're not advertising this, but know that there's gonna be free popsicles. I don't want a bunch of cyclists rolling through and cleaning the sad popsicles and riding away. They'll do it, they've done it before. Yes, we're gonna have, free popsicles, we're gonna have the pop-up park bus there with some activities for the littles. And our poet laureate, Michaelia Robinson Smith, is putting together a roster of a few poets that are gonna read. And it's just gonna be, in our little open grassy area at Dudley Park. So bring a picnic blanket, come chill out for a few hours, bring some snacks, bring your well-behaved, people-friendly dog. If you have one of those, leave the not people-friendly dog at home.
This is the 23rd?
This is the 23rd, it's a Saturday.
Yeah, sorry.
And so that's August, not this month. So we have some time to plan, but I'd love to have a couple volunteers. If this is the type of event that you would attend anyway, then just come on and be a volunteer. It won't be a lot of work. It'll be, maybe wear your little cultural affairs commission name tag. And this way, if someone's like, where's the bathroom? Where's the water fountain? You could be like, I'm a very person in the know, and that's what the bathroom is. So just that kind of stuff. And anything else that might come up, it's good to have a couple representatives there. And it should be a wonderful, all ages event in the park.
Sounds great.
Amen.
My update is really, I've been working with Todd Brezzi on the public art master plan update, and we are in the staff review process right now. So we're working with some our internal colleagues, so that we're looking strongly right now at like the processes that we use for SPLOST and T-SPLOST capital projects, those workflows, and just like lining everything up. And then also with the planning department, looking at future projects, so we can like do projections, look at like, start mapping and thinking about where or is in the city, and opportunities like for these like kind of new innovative ideas, and then also a process for these potential projects that fall outside those usual processes. So Tom will be presenting to y'all very soon, probably the next one, and we may have some need for folks to help with like reviewing the document and feedback, so we will let you know. Todd is going to be joining us via maybe in person if we're lucky, but likely from virtually. So there's an update for that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I had originally thought that he was gonna be presenting tonight, but yeah, moving that to next month.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So that's really what I got. Yeah.
Okay. So, anybody have any questions or comments about this?
Are the little wind turbine bench thingies still in?
Oh, that's still happening.
I have special funds for that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really big project. Where we're at with that right now is, working on getting just the kind of engineering drawings for just the concrete pads and how they need to set up for different types of sites. So our SPLOST department is working with a local engineer to get those kind of.
I bet that's a lot, because, different spots and then different places to put them, and some might not need as much, and
Exactly.
some will need bigger ones, that makes sense. I'm just,
So-
I think that's another cool accessible one.
Yeah, that is gonna be a really cool, accessible project. We even talked about doing some of them painted and maybe some of them as wraps. So there could be some that people actually paint and some where we're doing like a digital type thing as well. So it's like different levels. So that's still in the making, and we're just kind of trying to figure out, just budget estimates. Because we're gonna put it through as like one big agenda item with all the different projects listed that we're gonna use, have these benches be the artwork. So, little bit more involved than a typical like one-off project, because it's gonna be for probably about a dozen or so projects. But that is coming up, so I'll keep y'all posted when we're finally getting to the approval stage of that stage.
Sorry, I was just curious.
No,
Yeah.
please, no, that's a big project. And Matt's referencing the painted benches that are made from the old wind turbines that have that are paintable. We're looking at doing some of those for a lot of our smaller budget T-Splosh projects. Things that are like intersection improvements and, sidewalk improvements and things like that, where we don't have like a huge park or a big area to really work with. This is a way to kind of utilize a smaller art budget and still have something impactful. And this would be like a citywide kind of projects, because they'd be all over. So,
Was there any connecting them to bus stops that either don't have seating or have very little?
No, in fact, we're avoiding any confusion of the conflating them with bus stops, because they're not bus stops. Bus stops have a very specific footprint and design that they have to have. I know. So they're just gonna be benches with shade.
That's an
So-
big challenge.
yeah, so we're avoiding putting them anywhere where they would be confused with,
Yeah.
a bus shelter.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, that's been a horrible conversation.
Yeah, I could see that blowing up to be a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, I could see the practicality of having them function as such, but,
That's a whole
transit,
can of worms.
transit is like, no, please. Don't get us involved. No, they're just the bus shelters and stops have to have like a very specific
Specific
design.
criteria.
So, yeah.
Question about the linen town?
Oh, yeah, Stephanie, do you want to give an update?
I don't really have an update right now. They're still holding that. It's, yeah, being held until a decision is made. I don't have one right now.
Okay. Did the three artists that we selected, did they were told to hold off too?
No, we're still in the selection process, so we have 3 finalists, but their proposals have not been reviewed.
That's what I meant, the three, I was
Yeah,
with them picking the three.
yeah.
I didn't know
So
if
still have the 3, but we haven't done the follow-up yet. We'll definitely let.
They're just sitting at home waiting too. You think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just curious if they had submitted anything. And
Oh, I mean, they submitted I have their 3 proposals, yeah, but we haven't done the review. Yeah,
correct.
right,
No, I didn't know, like, when it got put on hold,
yeah.
the actual 3 people we selected, the 3 finalists we selected, if they got the green light to actually create something. And then,
They created their proposals.
right, we saw that.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you haven't seen their proposals yet.
Based off of.
Oh,
You saw
Examples of their work.
we saw examples of, so their proposals, nobody's seen yet.
No one has seen them
Right,
yet,
so they-
except internally.
Right, but so they did send those in, okay.
Yes.
I thought they were all sitting
That's
home
what
not even doing proposals yet because they weren't given certain specs or something, certain things were changing. They weren't even allowed to do a proposal because something might shift.
They did their proposals, however, we're waiting on some surveys and some other things
Yeah.
that could potentially change their placement, but yeah.
Well, that's a good sign that at least the proposals are sitting there in a folder somewhere. Okay, cool.
They get paid to do that?
They-
Yeah, they got their money.
Yeah, they got paid for their proposals because their proposals.
That's why we
are
do that too.
Yeah. So luckily they've been paid, so it's not like, they have any like unpaid work, but they are waiting kind of indefinitely at this point.
Okay.
And it's been a few weeks already, which is unfortunate and kind of unprecedented. But, the county's also in the process of hiring a new city manager. And so there are a lot of things that are being put on hold until that manager is in place to kind of make those decisions. So
Okay.
we'll see how it goes.
It's gonna be a fun first couple of weeks, first couple of months, first couple of years.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything else? Any other questions popping up? There's an outreach section here, and you had asked us if there were any folks who were available to volunteer to be helpful at the Poetry for the People. And Matt, he wants to. No, that's great. So we've got Matt and Francis and Elsa. Awesome. I'm pretty sure that Matt and Francis have their ACAC garb I'm not sure if Elsa does.
No, I need to get new name tags for y'all, so I'll have those before the event.
So the hat is really cool.
We do
Yeah.
have some hats and t-shirts though, so if you want a t-shirt to wear, be really official, we can make sure we have all sizes, so.
I don't have.
I'll email y'all and check yours.
You need a hat. Yeah.
I've been wearing that hat all the
It's like a ball
time.
Yeah, it's like a baseball,
Oh,
yeah.
We're giving it a hat.
Yeah, you need a hat. If you want a hat, email Tatiana.
Yes.
It's not hats and t-shirts.
And hats and t-shirts.
Okay.
More t-shirts than hats. I don't know if I have a ton of hats.
So, for Matt, Francis, and Elsa, I have it on my calendar to be there too. I'll probably show up in the hat. And,
oh, rub it in my face if I don't do it.
you need to get on it. So just like show up at the time of 5 to 7, no crazy specific
So,
instructions.
like maybe a little before 5, maybe 4:30. Right?
You can park, behind, in the Poplar Street parking lot, also known as behind Mama's Boy, or in the.
I was totally gonna go.
It's done.
Where in Dudley is it? Dudley feels big to me.
All the way up to the top.
The big
Daisies.
where they.
Okay. Okay, got it. Well, the lantern parade. Got it, okay. Daisy.
And bring your friends.
And
Yeah.
all of your friends and your
Well,
family.
That's
We'll
really
bring
easy
fun
to
and
do.
bring jobs then, because they've got plenty of room
Right.
to not.
Get there early, set up your picnic blanket, and then go meander off and help people, and then be in the
Exactly.
back. And
Matt, you get it.
this is so perfect to them, I'm so excited. This is how I want to spend a
Get
lazy
it.
summer afternoon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a nice day to lay on a blanket and do not too much.
And take a fan.
Yes, bring your fan.
Yes.
And your fans.
Clip on your fan, slip on one.
And your only fan.
You gotta keep that one out,
All the
Mark.
fans. Okay, all right, that's awesome. Anybody have anything else they want to bring up before we reintroduce ourselves to make sure that everybody is trying to get everybody's name since we have some new faces, but anything else? Hey, I'm Sally. Why don't you go next?
I'm Mark.
I'm Elsa.
Elsa.
Ian?
Francis.
I'm Matt.
Nazareth.
Jessica, Marissa, Stephanie, Tatiana.
Awesome, thank y'all,
Go team.
thanks for humoring me on that. So our next meeting is August 11th here, same time, and this one will be longer and it'll be more important because Todd will be here with us. And so we could have this many people at that meeting, that would be awesome.
Yes.
So thanks so much for your time and, yeah, we're adjourned.
Thanks, all.
Yeah.
All right, so much.
Motion.
Oh, you got a motion to,
I moved to adjourn.
Great.
Mark moves to adjourn, are we good with
Do we
that?
have a second?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yes. I think we're all good.
Go team.